Look at this baby.
He is so incredibly just this best little creature. He is so good. He is 3 months old. So I guess we'll start.
Let's start.
Ready?
Yep. I don't know why we do that, because we don't have to match up the volume. We used to have to match up our
voices to our
the audio, and we don't do that anymore.
No.
Yet we still, let's get it right too. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah. And that's how we start.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but today we're introducing, today's topic is about childhood memories.
Yeah.
With that, we are going to introduce my new little child, Oliver.
Yes. I'm so sorry.
We do this every week,
I
and
know,
yet
but
you
it's
still
loose.
have to do that goddamn thing.
It's loose.
But mine never gets loose. How does yours get
I don't
loose?
know, Suzanne. You tell me, because I'm not here. Okay? And I feel like it's you.
Do you think I come up here and then?
Yes, and fuck with it on purpose. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to swear anymore.
Okay.
I apologize for saying that.
Okay, so last week I told Lori when I was editing the podcast, I said, can you say the F word less?
Right.
Because I can't find a clip for social media, because if you're not saying the F word, I'm saying the
Exactly.
F word.
Exactly. We have to stop.
But also at the same time, we're called the potty mouth chicks.
We are. But you know what? Maybe it's a little too much.
Okay.
All right. Introduce your son.
So this is my new...
Do you have to stop and breastfeed him real quick?
No, I just did. As you can
okay.
tell by these things that are kind of just...
Way full of milk. You know what I mean?
I don't know how to turn myself so it looks better, but anywho.
Got a lot of milk in there.
Yeah. So this is my new little guy, Oliver. Oliver, what you see with him is exactly how he is. He is the most chill little puppy. Let me show you him, because he'll fall right back to sleep.
Yeah.
This is Oliver.
What?
He's only 3 months old, and he is, watch.
That's what he does.
And that's how he is. It's so great. He can tear it up too, because Miss Sunday and him have a great life together.
Yeah.
And they play a lot, and but when he's tired, he's tired. And I thought, well, why don't we introduce little Oliver? And also today's topic is childhood memories.
Yeah, so she brought her child with her.
So I brought my child with me.
Why are you keeping the bra on him? That drives me crazy. I feel like it's so uncomfortable.
Okay. The only reason why I have it on right now is because he has to poop. And you have to be fast with him.
All right, because I'm just saying that's like literally the first thing I take off.
Does this
when I get
bother you?
home. It drives me insane. Like, I feel like he's not comfortable.
And two, the reason why I have it on is so he'll get used to it. But normally, 99% of the time, I don't have it on.
Okay.
Okay. And if it bothers you, I'm going to go ahead and leave it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. No, because sometimes you have to be really fast with him, because when he starts struggling, you got to take him outside.
Yeah.
And he's not so easy to put a harness on because he's a puppy.
Right.
So, all right.
Okay.
But normally he does not have it on. I usually take it off. But
All right.
yeah, he looks very uncomfortable,
Yeah.
as you can see.
He is. He's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's out like telepathically asking me, like, yeah, what we
Tell him. Yeah. Anywho.
Anyway,
All right.
All right. That's neither here nor there.
No. So, childhood memories. I might go first because I've had a very happy childhood. My twin sister and I feel like you and I in our era, and a lot of listeners are our age group.
Yeah.
They're the Gen Xers.
Right.
And when we grew up, we had TV, but not like they do now.
Right.
And when we would go out and play as a child, you played until the sun came, or, when the sun came up, you were outside.
Yep.
And then when the sun went down, you were inside.
Yep.
And that was your clock to come in when the street lights came on.
Right.
That's all my parents ever asked.
Yep.
Is when the street lights come on, head home.
Right.
It's going to get dark, and you need to be home. And I remember saying to my mom as an adult, and I said, "Weren't you afraid anybody would take us And she would say, no, who would want a bunch of screaming kids? No, I never worried about that. And I said, well, did we ever come home for lunch? And she's like, yeah, sometimes. And I said, weren't you afraid we weren't? And she goes, no, somebody fed you.
Yeah, right.
And if nobody fed you, you were home to eat.
Right.
And that's how we grew up.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of kids in the neighborhood, and all the moms knew each other. All the kids knew each other.
Right.
And we just knew that in the summer, because I lived in Ohio, so winter wasn't as playful. You would play more inside, but that's not true, because we did play outside. We did play in the snow. We made igloos and ice rinks and all of those.
Oh, it was so fun.
It was so fun. And so, my childhood was great. And I should say our childhood, because I had a twin. We had a happy childhood.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun, and things weren't as hard as they are now. Not by far.
Right.
Not by far. We didn't have social media. We didn't have to worry about, all of those things. But, my father, if you guys ever hear me talk about my father, he's my stepfather, but he's the only father I've ever known. So he came into our life when we were 3. So I don't remember a lot of life before him. And he's awesome. So to me, he's my dad.
To step into that role is really admirable.
Yeah. And be a husband to someone who has 2 twin girls.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But he had a child that came into the marriage too, my sister Mandy. And she didn't live with us, but she came up the other weekend. And it was great. Did we... but we didn't have a lot of money, but we never knew it, really.
Right.
We didn't go to Disney every year. We didn't do those things. You just didn't do that. And you didn't even go to fast food, which blows my mind. Because, as children now, they go to fast food and what can we do? We never went to fast food.
Right.
Never.
No.
And as a child, we also didn't have sugar in our Kool-Aid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that little Kool-Aid thing in the little pouch?
Yeah.
My mom would just fill it up with water.
Ew.
Yeah, and we always wondered, I wonder why so-and-so's Kool-Aid tastes so much better than ours. I want the kind they get. And I remember even going to the store with my grandma, yeah, that's the kind. Well, that's the kind we get. Yeah, but it doesn't taste the same.
Right.
It wasn't until years later you have to put a cup of sugar in it.
Wasn't it 2 cups?
I think you're right.
Which is...
For a liter or something.
Which is bananas when you think about how much sugar that is.
And also...
And we wonder why we're so disgusting as a society. We're obese.
Right. And we never put sugar in, and never did it occur to me that other families did. Their Kool-Aid just tasted better than ours.
I don't think we ever had Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Maybe we did, but I don't remember.
And I remember going, oh, I like their Kool-Aid so much better. But this is a thank you to my grandmother and my mother, who didn't do that. And I never had a cavity my whole life. I've never had a cavity, even till this day. I am 53 years old and I've never had a cavity.
Yeah. Well,
ever.
Look at you.
Ever. Oh, God, sorry.
Jesus Christ. Do you think you could move that so when you're talking violently with your hands...
It happens every week.
You hit it, but you're so violent with your hand talk.
Okay.
And it's bang. Well, you heard it.
Yeah.
You heard it too.
But I don't think you could hear it in the audio as nicely as you hear it in our headsets. But
it's not as deafening.
No, it's not.
No,
maybe, but I don't know. But anyways, no, our childhood was fun. Sure, we didn't have sugar in the Kool-Aid, but I didn't know it wasn't good. But we never went to fast food. My grandma always, my grandma lived across the street. My best friend lived right next door. And it was just this fun, great community. And we were very lucky.
Yeah, when because I was born on Long Island, and that was the best time of my life. Actually, we moved down here when I was 5, but when we lived up there, it was so great because we had both sets of grandparents.
Yeah.
I had my aunt. We had tons of friends, my parents' friends who were aunt and uncle this, aunt and uncle that.
Yeah.
And every weekend they'd have huge, we were at the beach every weekend because we belonged to a private beach in Miller Place.
Oh, okay.
So we were constantly at the beach.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, constantly. I have so many pictures of me at the beach.
So where in Long Island?
Miller Place.
Okay.
It's right outside of Port Jeff.
Okay. So as you're going down the island...
Oh, God, don't ask. You know how horrible I am with...
Okay.
I don't know.
Because isn't Long Island, then it goes Hamptons, then it goes Montauk?
Hamptons is further out.
Okay.
Because I think Hamptons...
Because I'm familiar with the Hamptons, and I'm also familiar with Montauk. I've been to those many times there, but I don't know anything before that, really.
And you would think as an adult I would know where Miller Place is on the island.
Oh, okay.
However,
Okay.
I fear that I do not.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, listen, you only spent your first 5 years there, though.
Yeah. And then we moved down here, and then everything went to shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great. So I'm glad you had a good time. At least one of us.
You know, it's so funny because my twin, and I remember, so this is a funny thing. In high school, our teacher in English class had us write a paper on our very first memory. It was a paper that had to be written in class. And you had to be done with it from the time the class started until the end, and then you turned it in. What is your first memory? And my sister had a couple periods later, she had the same teacher, and she called us in at the end of the week and wanted to talk to both of us. And she thought it was so fascinating that my twin and I had the exact same first memory.
Way.
We had the exact same first memory, and we never, I swear to God, we never talked about it. Never talked about it. Because I didn't like see her in the hall and go, hey, you know what,
Wow.
I didn't. I had to get to class. I never, and it was something that we wrote in the class. So it wasn't talked about like, hey, this is what I want you guys to. It was a spur of the moment thing, and we both had the exact same first memory.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was through my eyes, with my vision, my story, and hers were through her eyes. And she thought it was so interesting.
That is fascinating.
And we got to read each other's paper, and we thought, oh my God, that's so crazy. We've never talked about.
That's insane.
Our whole, and I'm talking, this is probably freshman or sophomore in high school. And we never, up until then, never talked about what our first memory is.
That's great. What was the first memory?
I remember standing up in my crib and seeing my sister. And I remember us laughing and falling down and laughing.
Oh.
And she had blue on and I had pink, or vice versa. I don't remember now. And I remember giggling and giggling and giggling and looking at the person that looked just like me. And we giggled so hard we fell down.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and we giggled. And that's the first time we actually were like, oh, hey, I have a playmate.
Wow.
And we wrote it, and she said it was so similar, and we read each other's paper, and we thought it was so cool because we both had the exact same first
That
memory
is
and never
so
even talked about
cute.
it before.
That's hilarious.
And she thought it was so interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah, and we
It is
told
interesting.
we told my parents, and they thought it was really
Wow.
cool. My grandma thought it was even cooler
Yeah.
because before my mother met my father, my stepfather, my grandma helped raise.
Oh,
us.
gotcha.
So anyways, she thought it was great. Excuse me.
Aww.
I'm so sorry you're boring me.
You're the one who's told all the stories.
You guys are going to
I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My first memory was, I remember I must have been in like a bassinet or something.
Oh my God, that's young.
Yeah, and I remember it must have been one of my grandfather on my dad's side cousins or something, and they were huge fishermen. They would fish all the time, like in the Sound.
Okay.
And the lady came up to the thing, and she looked over, and she frightened me so bad. And I remember screaming and crying because she just looked scary for some reason. Like she had on dark stuff, and maybe it was raining out. I don't know. And she also stunk like fish so bad. And at the time I didn't know it was fish, but now I know she smelled like like a fisherman.
Yeah.
You
live.
But I'll never forget that. That was my first memory I ever had.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
And what makes us, sometimes I look at I'm never around a lot of little kids, but sometimes I'll look at kids and I'll go, they're going to remember this moment of we live in a community together. We don't live together, but we live in the same community. And there's a lot of young families. Mm-hmm. And I was really terrified when we built this home and a bunch of kids moved in across the street. I'm like, oh no, this is going to suck.
Yeah, but they don't.
They don't.
No, they're great kids.
There's triplets with a little girl, 3 boys, a little girl. And then next door is as a little bit older kids, really young. And it is a blast watching them.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Oh, they're so fun to watch, and they're playing sports, and they're playing on their bikes, and they're, you know, we were all out watching the blood moon, and we were looking at the big telescope, and everybody was over looking at it, and all the parents are talking, and I called you. I said, look at the blood moon.
You didn't say, come over, we have the freaking stethoscope out.
I said.
The
stethoscope to look at the sun or the moon.
Stethoscope. Okay. Mm-hmm. You did not say, hey, we have the stethoscope out.
I didn't know I had to say that.
If you say to me, look at the blood moon, and I'm like, oh, all right, like I'll go outside and look at it. That is not saying, hey, I have the really freaking cool stethoscope out.
Yeah.
What is it called, really?
The
telescope.
The telescope, yes. The moon catcher.
The moon tube.
The moon.
You did not say, hey, come on over. John's got the moon tube out.
Yeah. We have the planet camera. Do you want to come over? We have the planet camera out.
We have the space camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't say that.
All right. Well, next time I'll tell you that we have the space camera out. I'm sorry you didn't know.
All right. I feel like I might have to get a bigger size in this.
I feel like this is too tight.
I don't like it on this finger. We got those smart ring things. Yeah. Not the expensive ones. We got the cheap ones. Mine's not even charged. But I have it on my middle finger. You have to wear it on one of these two, and I hate it on this middle finger.
Okay.
And I feel like I want to send it back.
Okay.
So we can send them back, right, still?
Yes.
I have I kept all the packaging.
This is really tight on my...
Yeah, like it's not comfortable. I mean, it's all right. It's okay if we couldn't replace it. I just feel like I'd like it better on this finger.
So this is going to be, let me say this because this is going to be an issue. We're going to have a lighting issue here because it just got a little darker out, and then I'm going to try to fix it, and then it's just going to be a mess. So just know that the sun...
Just know that we're dealing with natural light in this room.
Yeah. So.
And, you know, are we professionals? No.
No.
Are we... Do we care?
No.
No. Will the shading change throughout the episode?
Yes. Yes, because now, see, the sun's coming in.
Now the sun's coming out. Look at how bright we are now.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lori has ADHD really, really bad, and I'm a close second. And I'm so sorry. We were talking about these, and we were talking about our childhood.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. But can I just say something about something?
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't have anything to do with our childhood. Can we do that? Can we just talk about our week in between talking about our childhood? Like something that happened to me this week. Why not?
Okay. Then I'll tell you what happened to me this week.
All right. I was at the front desk because Crystal's gone.
Okay.
And I don't like being up there. I hate it being
Yeah, so we had a skeleton crew this week, and Lori had to do many, many jobs.
Well, the worst one is being at the front desk. I just don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
I can't.
We're not front desk people.
Yeah, and I can't talk to the patient and whatever. So I have to call people to remind them of their appointment. And this girl calls me back and she goes, hey, somebody called and left me a message about my appointment. And she's like, but I'm not a patient there. And I'm like, oh. And so she goes, you just called me. So she goes, and then you called me last week too. And left a message. And I'm like, that's weird. So I look on the chart and I go, is your phone number blah, blah, blah? And she's like, yeah. And I go, that's weird. I'm like, we have the wrong phone number in here. And then I noticed it was my dyslexia. I called her twice in a week on different days and I typed in the wrong numbers. And I knew I did that because I looked at the phone and I said the numbers out loud. And my mind immediately went to the 8 instead of the 4. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Yeah, so my dyslexia was at next level.
So you called her twice accidentally, and it was the wrong number.
It was the wrong phone number.
But it
was in the chart correctly, but I dialed it wrong twice, 2 different days with my dyslexia.
God, that's so weird. Does she want to be a patient?
No, she told me, she was like, listen, if you call me again, I'm going to get a restraining order. I was like, listen, I've only called you 10 times.
Yeah. Do you have an appointment?
Would you like
an appointment?
Would you like to come in?
Yeah.
and meet me finally, because I feel like I've told you a lot about myself the past week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like you might want to put it.
Speaking of blood moon, it was a week. It was such a you want to know what happened to me yesterday?
Sure.
I go visit my dad, who's in rehab. Not a drug rehab. He is in a physical therapy rehab because unfortunately he lost his foot. He didn't lose it, misplace it.
He hasn't found it yet, so he hasn't
found it yet.
He has no choice.
He had an amputation.
Yeah.
But he's doing fabulous.
Yep.
He's has such a great spirit about it. He's being really funny, and he wears all these amputation T-shirts. Lori got him a couple T-shirts. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I was at his rehab, and we're sitting outside because it's so beautiful, and I have my little guy with me. Well, let me take it back.
Let's rewind, and
Let me rewind just a moment.
because some people know what went on, but some people don't.
All right. So a week ago, I called 911 because I had horrible abdominal pain, gastric pain, so badly that I was screaming for help, and my neighbor called John.
Yeah, because you were by yourself.
I was by myself. Called John and said, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Suzanne, something. So it got so bad, I called my sister who lives in the same neighborhood. She comes over with her hubby, and I'm screaming. They're like, "We have to call 911." I was like, yes. And I knew that it would be expensive. I knew that it would be a pain in the ass. And I knew I needed help. I needed help. I was so much pain. The ambulance comes. My neighbor's like, "Oh my God, John, are you okay?" I see the ambulance over there, and he's like, "I'm in Paris. Something's wrong with Suzanne." So anyway, very long story short, I was full of shit. Very long story short. I had extreme constipation.
Yeah.
Extreme.
Yeah.
So when they saw the CT scan, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you have quite the collection.
You've got quite the load.
You have quite the load in your colon."
Right.
So I went to my doctor this week, and she said, "Let's do a colon cleanse. Let's do a colon cleanse as if I'm going to do a colonoscopy."
I almost said a pap smear.
Yeah.
Because you
Pap
do not
smear.
want a full colon when they're checking your vag.
No.
No way.
So she says, "Let's start the colon cleanse. Start it ASAP." So yesterday I started it, or the day before I started it.
In your defense, let
Yeah.
me just say that when she was really stopped up, she must have taken 400 poop.
Anti-poop stuff. Yeah, to get things moving, yes.
And nothing worked for
Nothing
like 2
was-
or 3 days.
nothing
it
was
was
working.
nothing
Nothing.
was working. So I think in your defense,
Yeah.
it's not like you're like, "Oh, I just took the stuff. I'm going to go out." Like
Right.
a normal person would be like, "Oh, I don't
Right,
want to
right,
risk
right. No.
it," because nothing was working.
No, and I literally, it would fill this table how much stuff I took.
Yeah, it
and
was crazy.
And nothing was happening.
Miralax, Dulcolax, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
You name it, I took it. And so when I was starting the colon cleanse, it took hours to drink it because I had to do 2 Miralax bottles. I only got through 1 because it was taking me so long to do
You
it.
still only did one.
I only did 1 because I'm like, it is 8 o'clock at night. What is going to happen all night long? And what happened. I went all night long, right? And when you do a colon cleanse, you better be ready. If you feel something brewing, get up.
Yeah.
Get up. And there was a little bit of leakage even with that.
That's
So
hot.
anyways, a very long story short, I went all night long until about 5 in the morning. So I hadn't gone since 5 in the morning, and I'm going to go see my dad around noon, 1 yesterday. And I hadn't gone in 5 hours. So I'm like, I'm good.
Good.
I even went and bought pads, which I haven't needed in a decade.
Right.
And I went and bought pads to put there just in case there's a buffer, right?
Just in case you got a
Just in
little-
case. Just in case. So I don't put one on, though. I don't even think
You
of it.
don't need it anymore.
I don't need it. It had been 5 hours.
It had been 5 hours.
I haven't gone. I'm cleared out. I'm good. I put on the cutest dress. I just bought it. And I go and I visit my dad at the rehab. And we're all sitting outside. The dogs, John, my dad, and my dad's in a wheelchair. And an hour into the visit, I feel wet. And I'm like, oh no. I said, I'll be right back. As I'm walking, it is pouring out my butt.
Can we post a picture? Because didn't you say you had a picture and a video?
I will post a picture. I don't know if I'm brave like you. It's pouring out my butt. And nobody can tell because my dress was super long.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
But was it coming
there's
out
another
to the floor?
Yeah. There's another family of people also out there. And so I'm starting to walk, and my car's only 3 cars away. So I turn on my heel.
You didn't go to the toilet?
No, I didn't even make it. I didn't even make it 5 steps from the time I was...
I know, but weren't you afraid you were going to keep shitting?
No, because I wanted to go home. I would have to walk through all those people. I want to get in the car. I am getting in the car.
Okay.
Because luckily my dress is all stripes and white, right?
Oh, dear God.
White,
Luckily.
white,
How's that lucky?
No. White with tan stripes.
So it just looked like less white stripes.
That's correct.
Yeah, there you go.
So I say to John quietly, but through those other people, we need to go. And he goes, why? And I go, and my dad turns around, he's in his wheelchair, and he's like, what? I go, we need to go now. And I'm standing there. As I'm standing there, Lori, it is coming out my butt like a faucet. Drip. But my dress is to the ground. And it's just brown water.
Oh, my God.
And I go, and my dad goes, why are you shitting? So he screams it. Right, Dad? Screams it. Why are you shitting? So that makes the other table turn around and look at me. So I scurry to 3 cars away, and it's just pouring out of me like someone just went like this on a faucet. And it's not shit really, but it's coming out my colon.
Right.
So it's grabbing some stuff.
Right.
It is like water pouring out of my gut. So then John, I hear my dad and all those people laughing. My dad tells those other people.
That you shit your pants.
Yeah.
Or
He
your
goes,
dress.
oh, she's doing a colon cleanse. I go, oh my God, no, he isn't. No, he isn't.
Your dad is everything.
He really is. And now John is involved in the conversation with the other people.
done that to me 100%.
And they're laughing and howling and laughing and howling. So now nobody can see me because I'm between the cars, and no one can see me. And I'm kind of like trying to figure out how I'm going to get in the car with all this shit water. And luckily I have an apron in the car.
Oh.
Right? Speaking of,
Why do you have an apron in the car?
Because
it's your eating apron.
It's my eating apron.
It's your bib.
Long story. Yeah. It's
She
my
gets
car bib.
shit on her. She can't eat anything without getting it on her shirt.
No. So I grabbed an apron, and I eat in the car with it. Anyway, maybe I'll show it one day. But I will I'll put a little picture. Put a little picture.
I have a picture of it.
Okay. So I'm sitting so as John and all of them are laughing, having a good time, I'm standing outside the car. It's still coming out. Still coming out. So John, very, walk into the car. I want to kill him. Right. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to kill it. I go, tell me you guys weren't talking about it. He goes, oh yeah, your dad's talking with them, laughing with them. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to kill him.
Love it.
Oh my God, I'm like, no, he isn't. He goes, oh yeah, he is. So I get the apron. John is getting in the back seat or in the trunk, and he's like looking for something for me to sit on. I said, I have something.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
And he's like, well, why don't you go clean yourself up? I'm like, I'm going to go through a hospital full of people to clean myself up. Now I got to walk past the group that already knows I'm doing a colonoscopy prep.
You should have asked him for one of those chucks. One of those bed chucks. It's got like plastic on one side, and then they put it under your dad probably.
I don't have time for this.
Okay.
I don't have time to get an inventory of what I should have grabbed. Okay. I sit on my apron. I'm like, there's nothing else left in me. And John wants me to walk through all those people and clean myself up. No. No, I'm not going to clean myself up. I'm going to sit in this goddamn car and you're going to drive me home.
Right.
So John is hysterically laughing the whole time. Luckily, it's not like shit and it stinks. Like
It didn't stink.
no, it's water.
Yeah.
But it's coming out my colon.
So there might be a little stench.
Yeah, right? So we get home. We have to drive a half an hour. And now I'm starting to feel my stomach grumbling.
Oh,
but I
geez.
think I can handle it. Because it can't get worse.
Oh, yes, it can. Oh, yes, it can.
So then we go, and I said, John, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to unlock all the doors to my path.
Yeah.
Okay? If you fuck with me at all, which he loves to do,
So anytime she has to shit,
he will fuck with me.
he will fuck with her and stand in front of the door. to the
Right, lock
bathroom.
things.
You're like my boyfriend.
Yeah.
They're idiots.
Yeah, they're idiots.
And they think it's hilarious. And, oh, you got to pay it. And they're standing, blocking your way to get in there.
Because they think this is so funny.
Yeah.
He unlocks everything because I said, because I'm not cleaning it up. If you block me,
You're cleaning it.
you're cleaning it.
Fair enough.
So he unlocks the door. He unlocks the door. As I'm going through the doors, I slam them open, right? I slam them so open that the doors are coming back at me. That's how hard, that's how fast I'm coming in. And I lock the bedroom door and I lock the bathroom door. And I'm like, all right, I'm here. I feel fine. I kick all of the rugs away because God forbid I don't want them to get shitty.
Yeah.
So I'm washing my hands. As I'm washing my hands, it's pouring out my butt again onto the tile floor. And I'm like I have to get my dress off. I just washed my hair, and you girls know how long it takes to wash your hair. I have to get the dress over my head. I'm like, I can't do that at this point. I cannot do it. I do not want to. All that's going to go all over
your hair.
So I hurry up and I'm shitting all the, water, all the way to the thing. I sit down and it's just pouring out of me again.
Oh my God.
I finally get my shoulders enough to get out of the dress so that I can shimmy and not have to pull it over my thing. There is so much brown water all over the bathroom. I turn on the shower. And I get in the shower and I put on a shower cap and it's pouring out of me again.
Like you can't even stop it if you tried?
No. There's no clenching it shut. There's nothing.
Because it's just liquid.
It's liquid.
I mean, because I've had diarrhea like that before, so I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like when I'm sick.
It's just, and my dad, now my whole family knows. Now I'm getting missed calls from everyone. My twin, my other sister, my family, everybody wants to know because you know why? You know what John did? He took a video and sent it to everybody.
Why didn't he send it to me? I didn't get it.
I'm surprised he did not. Maybe he didn't think I was going to tell him.
Between this and the fucking moon camera, I'm a little
pissed off.
Yeah, I'm a little.
That would be the first thing I'd say.
I'm going to. How dare you?
How dare you? 1, not send that to me.
Yeah. 2, not call me when you have the moon lamp.
Yeah. So
moon
then
camera.
My sister takes snippets from the video, and later that night there's me giving John a middle finger. I'll place it here, and Mandy goes, no caption needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my childhood story.
Yeah, great. We've covered a lot about our childhood today, honestly.
So that's how my weekend went.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And I still didn't do the second bottle for the cleanse. And I don't know if I'm going to. Not until maybe next weekend if I need it.
I don't think you need it.
But I lost 5 pounds.
Jeez.
I weighed myself before the cleanse. And I weighed myself after I shit all over Fort Myers.
Right.
5 pounds.
Wow.
You always weigh more at night anyway, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So what else happened to you this week?
You and I got into a little argument.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we don't have to talk about it.
No, let's talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
So I say to Lori, I have 2 jobs. One I work for my family business, and the other one I work for the dental office. And I said to Lori on Tuesday, please, if Wednesday falls apart, please tell me, because I am so far behind. I've been at Gary's for weeks trying.
Fair enough. Well, because Crystal's gone.
Yeah, Crystal's gone. We're short-staffed.
Blah, blah,
I
blah.
said, I've been at Gary's so much. I'm so far behind on artwork. Please tell me if Wednesday evening falls apart. Okay. I get there. There's 3 fucking people on the schedule. After I spent 1 hour in traffic. 1 hour in traffic. I thought it was going to be easy to getting there. It wasn't for some reason.
Well, traffic's just fucking horrible no matter what time you leave right now. It's just, it's insane how bad the traffic is right now.
So it took me an hour. So I get there, and I'm only going to be doing 3:30 to 7. But I'm thinking the day before, there was going to be 9 or 10 people in that short amount of time. I get there, there's going to be 3 people. I wanted to kill her.
Well, because the whole hygiene, people were sick this week.
Yeah.
So the whole hygiene fell apart in the afternoon.
His evening fell apart. I'm like, I came here for 3 people. And you're like, well, Abby does know, and she will do it.
Well, it would have just been me and Abby because Melly leaves.
And you guys had to have lunch, so I kind of get you too.
But my thing was, I've had such a hellacious week.
Yeah, that you needed
I
the
could
break.
not wait for you to get there so that I could have some semblance of a break.
Yeah.
So like Thursday.
But I was so far behind on my shit. So far behind.
I know. I apologize.
No,
but I said I won't do that again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it was fine. We worked it out as we always
no,
do.
we didn't even.
No,
I don't even
it's
think
fine.
we talked about it. We wound up talking, but I was just in such a bad place all last week because we were so busy, and
we're on season, and what that means is that the population triples.
Yeah, it's just a nightmare, and it's a nightmare.
More patients, more traffic. We live in a tropical place where everybody comes to vacation.
Yeah,
and season is a truly big deal, and a kind of a pain in the butt, but we love it too. So
but I was just not in a good place because we were so busy. I was doing the front desk. I'd have to go back and make 4 temporary crowns. I have to go in and mill crowns.
I saw your point too, because it was like, listen, it's just, I was so far behind on my shit.
Yeah, no, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And in my mind, it was like there was a toothache coming in and something else, and I'm like, oh, good, she can help me with because we're the only 2 who know how to do a CT scan in the office.
We're the only ones that know how to do almost
We're the only ones in the office that know how to do anything. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
So
you needed, so I got your point too, so it was fine.
But I was looking at it like, oh, thank God Susie's coming soon. So I, can have so then Thursday, somebody called with a toothache and Gary goes, well, bring him in. Tell him to come in. Meanwhile, it's like 3:30 already. I've had it.
Yeah.
We're working on a patient. I told Gary, because I'm the only one who also comes in on Fridays now. I'm it. So I have to go in on Fridays. I have to do the floors.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's a bunch of shit that needs to be done at the end of the week. And I told Gary, I said, just so you know, I'm not coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've had it. I'm done. And I've had it.
I'm over you.
I'm over it,
and
I'm not coming in.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, who's going to answer the phones?
I don't really care who answers the phones.
And I was like, I don't care. I don't care who answers the phones. I was in just such a bad... I said this in front of a patient, which is so... She's been with us for years.
Yeah.
So
I mean, honestly, our patients feel like our families because they've been around
it is.
so
it's
long.
So true.
It
She's
really
been
is.
there for... She knows all of us.
Yeah.
So
we wouldn't be able to act like we do.
No. If it was a new patient, I would have never said that, obviously. But she comes up to the front. She's like, you having a bad week?
Yeah.
I go, it is so next level.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. I'm like, I'm going to...
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how you do that. I used to obviously do work with Lori 4 days a week. I don't because I work with my family business now. But I don't know how you do that job 4 days a week because by the time I'm done with you guys on Tuesday, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. We work our tails off. And I know it doesn't seem like we do because of our videos, but we work
we work really hard.
We work really, really hard. Everyone does there. Everyone.
Yeah. It was
anyway.
It was a nightmare last week.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was our little tiff we got into.
Anyway, do we even want to talk about childhood memories?
I don't know. We're already at 44 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, we can circle back, I guess, a little bit. I can wrap it up for you. Once we move down here, everything went to shit.
Yeah.
So there's my childhood.
Okay. You know what? Maybe we'll dive deep into it when we feel.
Yeah, we'll dive deep into it.
But this is our podcast.
And we can do what we want.
We can do what we want. And so when I write up the what this one's about, I'm going to put, I have no idea. Just listen.
With this topic, we have no clue. Just tag along and listen.
Yeah. We started off with childhood, and then we ended up how our week was.
Yeah. So
We'll be more organized next week.
probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. I doubt.
Well, thank you for sitting with me this week.
Well, thank you for inviting me to.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oliver will be our new mascot. He'll be
Yes.
on our next one as well.
Yes.
God, he's so good, right?
He's just so cute, and he smells so good, like Fritos.
He does.
He smells like his feet smell like Fritos.
Oh, he's just so yummy.
Did you see that meme? And it said what my dog does all day, and it's got the dog laying on his side, and then all 4 of his paws are in a Frito bag.
Oh, no.
It's so funny.
Oh, my God.
I think this is what my dog does all day, or something like that.
Oh, for sure.
It's so cute.
All right, another one down. You're my favorite person in the whole wide world.
Power rings activate.
Even though we've been wearing them for like 4 or 5 days now, and neither one of them are charged.
They are not charged.
Nope. Are we?
Oh, okay.
He's drunk.
He's drunk as a skunk.
He is drunk.
Kids these days. You know what I mean?
He must have gotten a liquor cabinet.
Yeah. He's fine.
Oh, are you going to wake up?
No.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye. Love you guys. Adios, muchachos. Sounded great. That sounded great. Oh, these make my ears itch.
Look, she doesn't even care. It's so weird because I hear so well like that. When I take them off, I feel like I'm deaf as fuck.
Well, I feel like I don't hear as well either, but mine was up really loud today. But I wonder if I'm allergic to this. Like, why does it make my inner ears itch?
I don't know. I don't know how you use those, actually.
I just stick them
I don't know how. God, I feel so deaf.
I just stick them right in my ears.
All right. Let's.
Also, I think I might start microdosing. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to start microdose because she said that was, the reason why I probably got constipated. The reason why she felt I was constipated is because it went up in a dose too quickly.
Yeah, well, because